Howdy, everybody. I don't know how your morning's been, but I got up at 5:30 a.m. to go get something pretty special. And this is it. What you're looking at is a 1963 Imperial. Not sure if it's a custom or a crown yet. Pretty sure it's a custom. I'm driving this baby 6 hours home, 371 miles. Sure hope she makes it. Well, I figure I'd better make some kind of video. I bought myself another Imperial. This is me on my drive home. In the middle of Colorado. I drove down to New Mexico for this car. Show you around a little bit. This is what the driving experience is like.
Right onto US 191 North South Main Street. Continue on US 191 North for 33 miles.
I don't know how well you guys saw the sunset with all the bugs on the windshield. But I mean, beautiful sunset. No gauge lights. So I'll be pulling over soon to try to fix that. But it's not terribly important because I've been using Google Maps as my speedometer, because my speedometer is not accurate. It's about 10 miles too fast. The only reason I really need my gauge lights right now is so I can keep track of the gauges, like the temperature and the oil pressure. Fuel gauge isn't even working, so that's great. And while I'm at it, a few other things that aren't working. My power antenna doesn't work. I haven't tried my wiper switch. Obviously the panel lights, the AC is not working, the radio works, the mirror has been a little goofy. It's been flopping earlier, but it's in the right position now. But it's running and driving beautifully. Like, it's like a new car. It's so quiet, it's so smooth, you could barely tell the difference. Other things that are missing, the trim on the front hood ornament and the script on the rear are missing. I think that's pretty much all the trim that's missing. But everything else, besides those things that I mentioned, which are kind of annoying things, looking at you, gauge cluster. Oh, I can't get into the trunk either, so that's a thing I'll be fiddling with when I get home. But I'm on this highway, it's getting darker, it's getting harder to see my gauges. So as soon as I get to Salina, I'll pull over, I'll clean off the windshield, and I'll try to figure out my gauge cluster. Okay, talk to you guys in a bit. Well, she made it. I never could figure out the dash lights, so that's going to be something I'll be digging into tomorrow. It's how quiet that is. Yeah, blinker. Only the dash lights were working. But I love how the turn signals are up there. Well, maybe I'll give you another update later, but as it is, I have another Imperial. I should have never sold the first one. Glad I finally got this one. And little backstory of it, this deal has been in the making for about a month or two, just because I had to save up the money. So none of my keys work on the trunk, so I'm working on taking the back seat out so I can crawl through there and unlock the trunk from the inside. So I've already got the bottom seat out, laying here on the trunk, and hopefully I can crawl up into there and unlock it, just like I did on my other one. It was the same story. My old, I had a same year, 63, but it was a 4-door. Here's some pictures of that, I guess. But I had to do the same thing, crawl through the back seat to get the trunk unlocked. So we'll do it again with this one. Okay, got the next piece out. I have to crawl through that. Woot woot. Wish me luck. Ta-da! There it is. It's not staying up very well. Alright. I had to remove this. It just sits up there behind where the seat goes. Except I ripped a little piece of it. It's unfortunate because that's original right there. Well, it's still got all the carpet. We got a gasoline tank. No gas in it. That's my screwdriver. Okay, we got carpet sagging over here and over here. Still got the cardboard lining pretty much everywhere. Original jack instructions for the bumper jack. Bumper jack's not here, not with us unfortunately. Neither is the spare tire. So I might have to find one of those. What's in this? Oh! Dear Mr. President, kids face. Kids for a clean environment. Nashville, Tennessee. Is there a year on this anywhere? I'm not seeing one. Huh. Maybe I'll have to do some research on what that is about. Oh, we got some heat. No, some automatic transmission sealer and conditioner. Probably the same stuff in that. Some tire puncture seal. Wow. Wish there was a year on this. That's cool. Old Walmart sack. Always the low price on the brands you trust. Always. Is there one more thing in here? Oh, that's just the stickers. Oh, an old receipt too. From the stuff that was in the bag. Walmart. We sell for less. Bought in... Can you see that? Can't. There. March 29th, 1991. Okay. That's probably one of the last things they bought before they parked the car up. Well, they didn't really park it. The person I bought it from a dealership. So, I imagine the owner who bought that stuff from Walmart in 1991 parked it and then sold it to that dealership a few years ago, and then the person I bought it from them. I imagine something like that happened. Take out the key lock in here just so I can open it with a screwdriver until I get a key made. I was kind of hoping there would be more stuff back here. And it's so big that I can lay down in there with no problem. So I could probably camp in this if I wanted to. Alright, well, that's the story of my Imperial. Runs, drives beautifully. Few things wrong with it. New tires. We put those on before we left New Mexico. In case anybody was wondering. We put new tires on before we started driving. My big plan with this is to restore the paint if I can. If I can't, I'll find the same color and respray it. Repair the chips. Put a new clear coat on it. I've got to find a front emblem and the rear script on the deck lid. I'm gonna have to fix, don't have to, but I want to fix the power antenna and speedometer, gauge lights. The wiper stock is missing its little button. I don't plan to do anything right now, anything about the dash, how it's cracked, how it shrunk away from those. That'll be alright for now. Maybe I'll get around to it someday. We also have a rip in this side of the seat. That side's pretty good. We have a rip in the headliner up here. Which is pretty bad, but I might be able to do something about it. course, I'd like to find the beading that goes here and down here. Rear seats, the tops on the backs are pretty crusty. Not crusty, but the leather's gotten crunchy. That's a better word for it. But it doesn't really have any rips in the cloth part, just has some staining. The bottom is pretty ripped up. And you can see the sun fading from where it was to where it was under the back. But it's a pretty solid car. And with some love and effort, gonna preserve its beauty. That's the plan here. So, thank you for watching. Anyone who's stuck around this long. We'll have some more updates on my other cars and this one. So, like, subscribe, follow around, check back in. We'll see what happens. Okay? Keep adventuring.